All right, here's a quick video to show you how to edit and resize images using Photopea. So we'll use test page 2 to add an image to that. So we'll click on edit with Elementor. And this should, I believe it, yeah, already has an image. So we'll leave that there, and then we'll go to Photopea. So it's just photopea.com. It's, if you've used Photoshop, it's a ton like Photoshop. The free version, I believe the main limitation, which I've never run into, is it limits the number of times you can undo. So it limits the complexity of the project in that way. For simple, straightforward projects like this, I've never even run into that. If you're working on a project, you can actually save it as a Photoshop type file, so you could come back and edit later. You could it'll save your layers. Most of the time, if you're just editing a photo, you can just export as a PNG or JPEG file. But again, if you say you were creating, a background with some text and a photo, you'd be able to remember the layers and save as a Photoshop document. So, great way to be able to do that. I'll actually show you a quick version. Let's say we want to create a unique banner for a YouTube video. So this is actually the right size here. We'll click create. Say we want to add color. Oops. You can use the paint bucket to drop some color in, and then we could add some text. And you could add images in here, and then again, you've got your different layers here that you can edit. So with a photo, we're just going to open it up. I already downloaded an image from the St. Andrews Drive. So depending on what you're doing, for featured blog images, I will do the width at 1024 pixels. That's also something I would just Google to see what the latest recommended size is. For the header images on the website, the size you want to do is 1920 pixels wide by 600 high or tall. So what we'll do is we'll go into image size, and first we'll just do the width, and then we can click into the next one. It will automatically keep the ratio of the width and the height. Click OK. Okay. And now what we can do is we can use the cropping tool to get down to 600. So what I'll usually do is I'll get close. Because it can be a little difficult to land right on 600. Click the check mark to do the cropping, and then you can go to image and canvas size. And this doesn't keep the ratio between the two. It just is basically cutting your canvas here. So we can enter 600, click OK, and then it's done. Then we do File, Export as JPEG, and I usually stick with 70%. You can move it around to see if it still has the clarity that you want. You can see if you drag it down a bunch, you start to lose the quality. So you can just experiment and see where it still looks good. And if it's something, it's important that it has that better quality, you can do it to 100. But here's the goal. The goal is to be under 100 kilobytes here. 70 usually does that. And then I've added a plugin to the site that will do a little extra compression so that the pages will load quickly and not be bogged down by images that are big files. So we'll save that. We'll go back to media library and then just add it. And now, oops, what happened? So that will happen occasionally. It thinks that the server's busy or it thinks it's too big. Usually you can just reload the page. There we go. And so this will take a minute because it's compressing it again. And then once it's done, you have to go to test page 2, click on the columns container, click on the style, click on the image to choose a new one, select the new one, and there it is.